Good morning. Please sit down. My name is Dinesh. What is your name?
Jyoti.
And what is yours?
My name is Sakshi.
Okay, so your names are Jyoti, your 1A, and yours Sakshi, your 1B. Okay, Jyoti, I would like you to ask you one question. Do you like watching TV?
Yeah, I like watching TV because it's a great thing for entertaining, and also programs like Satyam Jyoti make us realize the true meaning of humanity.
Okay, now I would like to ask one more question. What is your favorite time to study and why?
My favorite time to study is in the morning, like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning, because I think that the atmosphere in the morning is very nice, as pleasant air, the chirping of birds, and moreover, we remember what we learn in the morning more than any other time of the day.
Okay, thank you. Now, 1A, Jyoti, you are going to tell us about your topic. When you are finished, 1B, Sakshi will ask you a question. And then I would like to ask you some more questions. So, would you like to begin now?
Yes, sir.
Begin.
My topic is poetry. Poetry is the essence of purity. It is the way you express the world, your feelings, and your emotions in a most beautiful and loving manner. Poetry is the way you speak to the world. It is the best way to convey yourself. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are all our noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But purity, beauty, art, these are all what humans stay alive for. Purity in the poetry from the time of Munshi Premchand to Harivansh Rai Bachchan to the modern day Kumar Vishwas has always been there. The positiveness, the purity in the poems have always made the poetry best entertaining part of the literature. Poetry makes you feel great. It just comes from the bottom of your heart and touches the hearts of the audience too. Poetry, according to me, is the best way to communicate to your audience. If if you if you speak the way in a poetry, it's better to just express in a simple line. A proverb, a poetry is the best way to communicate to the audience and take their interest in your speech.
Okay, thank you, Jyoti. Now, 1B, Sakshi, would you like to ask question to your partner 1A?
Who is your favorite poet, and what is the reason that he is your favorite poet? What is the specific character that you like about the poet?
My favorite poet is Kumar Vishwas. He is the youth icon, and according to me, he is so humorous and spontaneous that I am a big fan of his poems.
Okay, now I would like to ask you one more question. How do you define poetry?
According to me, poetry is which comes from the heart and touches the hearts of the audience.
Why did you select this topic?
I selected the topic because it is something which comes from me. It is it is there in me somewhere, and I am connected to it.
Okay. Have you written a poem?
I like to write, maybe not the one like the one which are written from the best poets, but I try from myself.
Okay, thank you, Jyoti. Now it's your turn, Sakshi. 1B. You are going to tell us about your topic. When you are finished, 1A, Jyoti will ask you a question, and then I would like to ask you more questions. So, would you like to begin now?
Yes, sir.
Begin.
My topic is India after 50 years. What will our India become in about 50 years? I'm sure everyone in our country must have had this thought at least once in their life. But seeing the future is not possible, as Mother Nature prohibits us from doing so. But interpreting it is easy by seeing the circumstances around us. When we see the circumstances around us, and by the way we treat our Mother Nature, I don't think we have a good future. Sometimes I even think that we have no future at all. When I wander, all I can see is pollution all around us, people coughing here and there. The scene is not a pleasant one. But at the second moment when I hear people talking about India after 50 years, they say flying cars, robots and unimaginable gadgets. And when I think about it, all I can think is that those gadgets or robots won't fall from the sky in the arms of our scientists. In order to make these gadgets, we need some resources. but even to make sure for the certainties of these natural resources for the next 10 years if not possible. So 50 years is a very long time. Until and unless we take care of our present, we cannot think about a good future. After all, what we do in the present is what we shall get in the future. If we want to see a good India after 50 years that has been well developed, flourished, we have to take care of the future. We have to take care of the present. Otherwise, the future wouldn't be a pleasant one.
Thank you, Sakshi. Now, 1A, Jyoti, would you like to ask a question to your partner?
Yes, sir. What do you think is the role of government in making our dream India?
The role of the government is one of the major roles, as if the government does not take any steps in keeping the natural resources for the future generations, we cannot have a flourished or nourished and well developed India. And moreover, the government should even make the citizens of our country aware so that we can also save these natural resources and think for our future.
Okay. What would you like to do in present so that your future would be good?
First of all, what I would like to do in the present is try to make people aware to save the natural resources which we have in hand so that we can have a nice future in the coming years. As if we do not save these natural resources or even do not save our mother nature, we cannot have a good future because we cannot make anything which we need. The basic necessities can also not be solved in the coming years.
Okay. Thank you, Sakshi. Now we'll go to the next task, that is problem solving task. I am going to give you a card which has information about a problem. I will now read out the problem for you once, then I would like you to go through the problem and come to the conclusion. The problem is, you have noticed that some of your classmates converse rudely with the bus driver. With your partner discuss why you think, what advice would you give them?
You have noticed that some of your classmates converse rudely with the bus driver. With your partner, discuss why do they behave that way. What advice can we give them?
They must be thinking that the bus driver is inferior to them and they are
They
much
think that the job is very
small and that anybody can do that job for them.
Maybe they do not understand the importance of bus driver.
Okay, so have you reached the solution?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how easy or difficult do you think it would be for you to persuade your friend so that he does not talk rudely with the bus driver?
In the manner he understands, how fastly he understands what we are trying to tell him, it will be easier for us to tell him, but if he doesn't want to listen to us, it will be a difficult task. But we'll still try, as nothing is impossible, and we can make him, we can show him that even the bus driver has an important job in his life, and that without him, he will not be able to reach the school or leave school on proper time.
So, Jyoti, why do you think that this happens? What is the reason behind it?
Maybe this happens because he feels the job as inferior. Maybe he would be from a wealthy family or rich family, so he feels that the job is inferior and anyone can do it for him, and he is somewhere back from him. I hope he does not understand the importance of the work the bus driver is doing for him.
So, what role do you think teachers or parents play here actually?
I hope teachers and parents' guidelines, the way they behave and they talk with others, the same is reflected in the students or the child. So, as it is said that the students or children are the mirror of their teachers and parents.
Sakshi, would you like to add some more?
The teachers should teach how that people are not superior or inferior, or no job is small or big, and that every job or every work done by any person has an importance in this world, and that no job can be neglected, even if it is the job of a bus driver.
As the principles of Gandhiji, we should teach them and let them follow them.
Because even Gandhiji thought that no work is small, and he did every little and small work on his own.
Okay, thank you. That's the end of your test. Have a nice day.
Thank you.